Welcome back to the another session of our data structure journey. Right now, we are going to start our double linked list variation, that is the circular doubly linked list. How to create and how to display we are going to cover in this video. So, what is a circular double linked list? So, it is a variation of the next one. What is a circular double linked list? Circular double linked list is a variation of a double linked list where the back pointer of first node points to the last node and the last node of the next pointer point to the first node. So this is the example of a double linked list. So it is a double linked list. So double means both the directions. So this is first node, second node, third node, fourth node. There are four nodes is present inside the double linked list. Element is 10, 20, 30, 40. As a double linked list, this node next, this is the next pointer, this is the previous pointer. Double linked list, first node previous always null. So that points to the null value. This is the address of second node, that is the 200. Third node address is 300, so it stores the 300 here. This node stores the previous node address, that is the 100. So this is the third node. Third node information is the 30. This node stores the address of previous node. What is the address? 200. So it stores the 200. This node next stores the 400. What is the 400? 400 is the address of next node. So this is the last node of the double linked list. Last node of the double linked list. This is the information. Last node points to the null value. Back points to the previous nodes added. That's the this here. So start is a pointer, point to the start node. Last is a pointer, point to the last node. This is case of double linked list. But what is a circular double linked list? Where back pointer points to the first node of the double linked list. So here what happened? Back pointer points to the first node and start pointer points to the first node. So now if we store the 400, what is 400? 400 address of last node. So here what happened? Where the back pointer of first node points to the last node. Now we store the value. So then what happened? Now this back pointer points to the first node, to the last node. Then and last next. What is the last node? This is the last node. Last node next. Right now null. But if you go for circular double means point to the first node. First node address what? 100. Now it stores the value of 100 address. Then what happened? So forming two loops. So there are two loops. This is one loop. This is another loop. So forming two loops. So this is we call as the circular double linked list. So whenever we are going to implementation, as we are implementing in the C language, so we are going to define the node. Node is a structured data type where it stores the three information, because in this case, the nodes store three values. First one is the information, address of previous node, address of next node. That's why we make the next pointer to store the address of next node, back pointer to store the address back node. So this is the structure declaration of a node in case of double circular linked list. Then what are the various operations we can perform on a circular double linked list? So insertion. Insertion is the process where we are going to add an element into the list, or we are inserting an element into the list. It's called as the insertion. Insertion classified into three types: insert at beginning of the linked list, or end of the linked list, or as any specific position. Next operation is the deletion. Deletion means removing an element from the double linked list or deleting an element from a double linked list. It has also a three classification: delete at begin of the linked list, or end of the linked list, or any specific position. Traversing means each and every node we are traverse the double linked list is called as the traversing of the linked list. Then searching means we want to search when a specific element is present inside the circular double linked list or not. So first we have to know what is the insert at begin of a circular double link. In this video, we are covering how to create a double linked list as well as how to display. Creation means we have to insert an element into the, if the circular double linked list is empty, we have to insert the value. So creation is the same as the insertion. So here we create the circular double linked list by help of the insert at beginning of the circle. So this is the algorithm we have to follow. So first, if the memory allocation is not possible, if memory allocation, then you have to print error message or exit. It means that whenever you go for a memory allocation of the node consists of data as well as two pointer, one pointer points to the next node, another point to the back. So here for three elements, we require some specific memory. So the memory requirements vary from the system to system. So whenever we go for the dynamic memory allocation, it may happen that the memory allocation is not available. So at that time, unsuccessful, it returns the null value. Otherwise, it returns the starting address of the memory allocation. In C, we are using the implementation by help of the malloc function. Second case, memory allocation is done. So whenever memory allocation is done, at that time, what happened? It returns the starting address of the node. Again, here the classification of the memory allocation insert an element in two types. First one is the list is empty or list have some element. If the list is empty, then what happened? We Whenever the list is empty, at that time what happened? There are two pointers, that is start is a pointer, another pointer is the last pointer. So if the state is the empty, means it store the null value, last also store the null value. There is no element. That's why whenever we create a node and we insert into the empty linked list, certain operation we have to perform. What are the operation? For example, memory allocation is done. So here what happened? Start equal to null, last equal to null. So we create a node. Now in circular double linked list, the node consists of three elements. First one is the address of previous node, then information, then node. So for example, this is the node. Store the data into the information part of newly created node. So this is the information part. So for example, we want to store the value that is the 40. So we store the value of 40 here. Make the back pointer and next pointer of newly created node as a new node. Because it is a circular linked list, last node points to the first node, last back points to the last node. So for example, the memory allocation is 100. Now back, this is the next node stored which address? Address of the first node. Here this is the first node, so it stored the 100 address. Now it's make connection here. Back also store which value? 100 address. So what happened? It also points to the same address pointer. Then make the start as well as the last pointer as a newly created. Now we have to make this is the start node. This is the last node. Then insertion is successful. So list have elements. Let's take an example when the list have element. Let us draw the circular labeling. For example, list of elements are 10, 20, 30. Only three element is present. So first node is created, address is 100, store the value 10. Second node, address is, for example, 200. Third address is 300. This is 20, this is 30. This node next store the value of next node. So connection established. This one back store the previous node, that is 100. Now this node next store which value? 300. This node, this side is the back side means 200. This node next store the address of first node, that is 100. Now connection to the first node. Now this is the first node back store the address of start node, last node. So this is our circular double linked list is given. Now we have to insert the value. So for example, memory allocation is done. That is the successful it is done. It has three part and we store the value that the address is 500. For example, we have to insert the 40 value. Store the data into the node information part of the newly created node. So this is the newly created node 40. So this is the information part. This is the next pointer, the next address of next node. This is the address of previous node. Make the next node of new node point to the start node. We have to make connection. So what is the start node address? So this is our start. This is our last. So start node address is 100. So we are stored the 100 here. So connection established to this node. New node back points to the last node. New node back, this is point to the last node. What is the last node address? 300. So it points to the means connection established to this one. Then last node next point to the new node. Last node's next right now point to the 100. Right now what we have to store the which value? 500. So here we have to store the 500 value. So here we have to store the 500 value. So if we store the 500 value, then what happened? Previous whatever connection was there, it's gone. Now then what happened? It will connect to the first node. Then start node back points to the new node. Start node. This one start is this one. Back 300 right now store which value? New node. So new node means so right now it store which value? 300. Right now store is 300. So this 300 should be gone. Now which value we store? We store the value of 500. New node value is 500. So once previous that is the 300 gone, at that time what happened? The connection to this one also gone. This one also gone. Now this connection is established. Then make the new node as a start node. Right now start node points to this one. Now we have to make the start node points to this one. Now start node point to this one. Then what happened? This connection is gone. We can make this like so. Now this is start. Now start point to this one. So now insert into the first position of the circular double linked list is completed or not. So this is the logic we have to follow whenever we are going to insert at the beginning of a circular double linked list. Next, we have to follow how to display the circular double linked list. So this is the algorithm you have to follow. We have to follow that is for case one, list is empty. There is no data to display. We have to just print that list is empty, otherwise list have elements. So whenever list have elements, we have to display. As it is a double linked list, so both the direction we can able to traverse. So we can print the data in a forward direction as well as we can print the data in a backward direction. Both the direction we can able to print. So this is for backward direction, this is for backward. Forward direction, backward direction. For example, this is the data is given to us. This is the data is given to us and we have to print. So for example, forward direction. So forward direction, how we are going to print? Store the address of start pointer to the temp pointer. So this is the temp pointer. We store the address of start, that is 100. This is start means now temp pointer. This one. Print the information stored inside the temp. So what is the information? 10. So for example, we will print the value 10. Move the to the next node of temp. So we have to move the temp to be called temp. So what is the temp next? 200. So right now temp store which value? 200 value. So if we store the 200 value, then what happened? Now pointer points to, now temp points to which value? This value. Continue the step 2 and 3 until we are until reach the start. That is the start. Means start is the end of the circular linked list. That is circular double linked list. So we have to continue until we are not reach the start. Start is 100. So 200 means we have to print the information for 220. Then temp equal to temp next. That is the 300. Then what happened? Now temp points to the this value. Then we have to print the information part. We print the information part. Then temp equal to temp next. What is the temp next? 400. So now 400. Then temp store which value? 400 months last node. It will go to the last node. So now temp points to which node? This node. This is 400 node. Then we have to print the information part. That is 40. Then temp equal to temp next. What is the temp next? That is 100. Continue the step 2 and 3 until reach the start. So right now we reach the start, so we have to stop. So right now we got the least information in the forward direction. Yes. Now for the backward direction, what the things? Store the value of address equal to temp. So last means right now what happened? Previously temp store the which value? Start address. Right now temp store which value? Last value. Now temp points to this value. The same procedure, print the information stored inside the temp. So we have to store the which value? Print this value, move the previous node by temp equal to temp back. So what is the temp back? 300. Now you store which value? This value. Then we have to print the information that is 30. Then this node back. That is the 200. So now it points to which node? This node. Information 20. Then this node back 100. So 10. Continue the step 2 and 3 until reach the first node. Right now we reach the first node. If you go for 400 back, what is the 400 back? This is the back is 400. So we have to stop here. So this is the way we can able to print the list in backward as well as the forward. So next we have to implement the both the algorithm insert into the first position, display in the C language. Forming a loop, so that's why we have to print the data by help of the do while. If you go for the while loop, then it will go to infinity loop. So it is better we should go for the do while. First it will print the value. So printf plus d. So data store inside the temp info we have to print, then temp equal to temp next, temp equal to temp next, up to we have to till it will be forming a loop. So end mean it will be start point to the start while temp is not equal to start because it is a circular linked list. So it is circular means it will point to the first node only. After printing all the data, as it is a circular linked list, we have to write down after that print. This is also start. This is only for formatting because it will be we started from the start and we also want to end it with the start because it is a circular double linked list and both the arrow is represent the bi-direction means forward direction possible as well as the backward direction is possible. So this is the end of our forward direction. Next we have to go for the backward direction. So what we have to do? We have to write down this is backward. Backward direction element. Then we have to store the temp value is last because we have to traverse from last to first. Here we store the start because we are going for forward direction. Here we store the last because we are going for backward direction. Then same thing we have to do perform here. First, look, first we have to write down the print. This thing is same as the previous one, but only difference is that we have to, in case of temp, we have to write down temp equal to temp next. We have to write down temp back because we are moving to the back direction. No need to write down. Temp is not equal to the last because we have started from the first and we have to move to the last. Then I hope this is correct. Is not. We print equal to start. We have to start for print info. Which info? Temp info. Then temp equal to temp. Backward side we are moving. Then while temp is not equal to last. Yes, we are starting from last, ending the last. Yes. So hope our code is correct. So this is for else part. Once else part is over, then this is for display function end. Yes, this is for our display function end. Yes. Once display function is over, then we have to write the main function. Actually, we are performing the menu drive programs. That's why Each and everything I write in a separate function, and menu drive program we have to just add. As well as in future, we'll cover one by one operation of the circular double linked list and we add the condition. So integer main, then here we have to go for a choice. So that's why I make the choice as a integer, then printf. Output screen, for example, you want it will be display implementation of son of circular doubly. It is your choice what you want to print in now output screen. It is not mandatory this thing should be print, but it is. Then do. So here we have to write down the option printf. For example, after two line, it will print one is for insert. There should not be any space. Insert at begin of list. Then new line created, two is for display. Only two function right now we are performing. Then it's our choice. We want to put the exit point or not. Reach exit. When new line will be created, after that, this is the so whatever we enter, it will scan, right? Scan a percentage and percent choice. Then we have to put in the switch case. Switch case, which value? Choice value. If case one, that is, let us check the what is the function name we mentioned here. It is insert first. Insert first, insert begin, same thing. Depend upon what we try to implement, that's all. Then break. Then default. Then default we have to write down invalid option. I think we are completed all the things. Let us compile. If any error, we will try to rectify. Let us compile. These are main. This is switch case. This is here we are not put the for do while we are not mentioning while choice is not equal to 4. Then semicolon. Let us enter the data. Now we have to go to the display. Insert at begin 10, then 20, then 30. If you go for reverse 10, 20, 30. Okay, so we got the correct answer. Hope you are able to understand the concept. Actually, if you are facing any problem during the implementation phase or any programming time or any concept, you can give your doubts, ask me the doubts in the comment section. I will definitely try to solve it. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please subscribe the channel, like the channel, as well as share the channel. Thank you so much.